Listen up.
Hi, Lucy. Hi, Kel.
The Lucy and Kel Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Friday podcast. It's a very hello to Lucy.
Go Friday. Go Friday. It's the weekend. It's the weekend.
No, that's producer Casey energy.
Whoop whoop! Lucy, Lucy, Lucy!
Love
Yes,
it.
we're happy to be here on a Friday. The real Casey will be rejoining the team on Monday after her honeymoon, and I'm sure that podcast will be well and truly chock-a-block with just Lucy and Casey energy. And all of the unanswered questions about Casey's wedding, the behind-the-scenes goss, will all come out on the podcast with producer Casey on Monday. Something to look forward to.
So good. I'm so excited that I've been stalking her. She's been uploading videos. I can see that she's been on a jet ski in the Whitsundays.
Good for her.
I can see she's been on a tiny plane and she's been flying around the Great Barrier Reef, and they flew over that little heart-shaped coral reef in the Coral Heart Island, I think.
And as somebody that loves planes and has flown a Cessna, the decision to jump into a tiny plane and go somewhere is either met with, this is the greatest idea of my life, or this is the worst idea of my
I'll
life.
never let you go on a little plane.
Too
Never.
late, I've already been.
Never.
Anyway, I would like to rearrange the podcast for this Friday just a little bit and go straight into yesterday's mail, if that's okay.
Go
Yesterday's
for it.
mail.
Yesterday's mail, I know it by heart.
For those of you listening to yesterday's podcast, you'll know that Lucy and I went into full podcast mode about what is up with the Yarra River. Where does it start? Where does it go? Where does it end? We found out a lot of things. And yesterday's mail is coming into play because one of the OGs that listens to the show that we do, Lucy and Kel for Breakfast, he's a trucker. Trucker Steve.
Yeah.
And we asked the question this morning on the show, based on our conversation from yesterday's episode of the podcast, does anyone know what's up with the... People don't go up to where the Yarra starts. They're not allowed to, according to the Googles. Only a very select group of people can ever go to where the Yarra begins.
Yeah.
You can go to the Yarra Valley and you can definitely hang out where all the bikes and rusted cars are in the city, but you can't go to where it starts. Yeah. Yesterday's mail incorporates Trucker Steve, saying he has been around the area because he's a trucker.
Yeah.
And he trucks a lot. And he's trucked up to the area around Mount Borbor, and he's told us some more information that has come to hand. We thought the internet might be lying, but in fact, the start of the Yarra River is all fenced off, and there is a military installation there.
That's what he says. We can't confirm it. This is allegedly.
He says there are Australian Army Overwatch going on. There are full-kitted Army individuals that are stopping people from tampering with the Yarra. My question is, why can't they do that at the other end? Do it in the city.
But why? Why would you have armed
Stop
forces?
people throwing bikes into the Yarra at the other end.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Something to do with not wanting to tamper the water supply.
Yeah, well, of course, because if you went up to the top and put poison in, you could poison Melbourne.
But couldn't you do that anywhere along the Yarra?
No, that's a good point.
No, yesterday's
I don't know
mail.
the answer to these questions.
And we're not encouraging you to try and do that. I'm just fascinating information we're learning about the Yarra, its origins, and where we can and cannot go.
Yeah.
Another yesterday's mail participant, a text message that came through to the show, also suggested that the Yarra bit that we know and love in the city didn't actually ever exist to start with.
Yeah.
That maybe that bit, the bit in the city, is all man-made.
Yeah.
That the river may have stopped at Maribyrnong.
Again, everyone's got an opinion.
Everyone knows something a little mysterious about the Yarra.
We spent the whole podcast talk about the Yarra yesterday.
You don't want to fall into that trap again?
I don't want to talk about it today.
Well, thank you to everybody involved in that particular Yarra edition of yesterday's mail.
Yesterday's mail,
Yeehaw.
I know it by heart.
My mum did send an email.
Did she?
Yeah.
Was it complaining about you again?
It was saying, again, I got something wrong I said on air.
What did you get wrong this time? Can you paraphrase?
I can paraphrase. I basically told a story about how I found a wallet and how I found it out the front of my house and how it had $400, and then the guy picked it up and he gave me $100. My mum emailed in and she goes, this is completely
incorrect. None of what you have just said is actually based on any fact at all.
I picked Lisa up from school. We went to our local shops, which was on Minia Street, Lucy. She goes, leaving the shops, I saw the wallet in the road. We stopped the car. Lucy went and got it for me. It was a brown wallet. We took it home. We checked the wallet and found the owner's name and address. It had cards and money, but I can't remember how much. She goes, I phoned the owner. It was a lady, not a man. She came over and picked it up. She snatched it out of our hands. She didn't say thank you, let alone give you any money, Lucy.
Right. So your story where you found the wallet, you tracked down a man
Yep.
who gave you a reward.
In my head, he had a ponytail.
None of that is true.
None of it.
In fact, your mum found the wallet. It was a woman. She snatched the wallet away and gave you nothing.
Yeah. And then I said to her, I'm like, I don't know. I trust my mum.
Yeah.
I said to mum, why? I said to mum, I replied and I said, why is it that every time I tell a story, it's wrong and you have the right one? And she goes, well, I think it's because you're a little kid at the time and your memory as a little kid is very different to it as an adult remembering it.
You are remembering things very optimistically.
Yeah.
And she's got the reality of what actually
Yeah.
happened, which isn't as optimistic most of the
And
time.
I'm like, I'm glad that mum can correct me. I'm not upset about
Well,
it.
wouldn't you rather just live in the ignorance of you
I just
getting
wonder how many things have I made up in my head.
Well, according to your mum, a ton of stuff. According to your mum,
Yeah, a ton of stuff.
who corrects you every single week on something that you have said, a ton of stuff.
No, now I feel bad. So that's also yesterday's mail with my mother.
Congratulations to Janice for being involved in that. Can we move forward before we wrap up this part of the podcast? Can
Yes.
I have a question that is actually something you'll be listening to very shortly in the podcast, and that is that Lucy is embarking on her yearly tradition of having a photo taken with the same Santa, and her daughter having a photo with the same Santa for the last 11 years.
Yeah.
The tradition continues. That was a great conversation that we had. Plenty of people calling in.
Lots of people.
You'll hear that in the potty. I just thought we've never had this discussion, and it's probably a discussion that we might just leave on the podcast and not do on the show. But the discussion of what does Santa even do for your family? Because I have known now, I'm 48 years of age, and I know that Santa does a lot of different things for a lot of different people. Sometimes Santa gives all the presents.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes Santa only gives the candy.
Yeah.
Sometimes Santa doesn't give any presents.
Yeah.
But if you've been a naughty girl or boy, he will give you the punishment of coal in your Santa sack.
Yeah.
Sometimes Santa is a helper. Sometimes Santa is the original Santa.
Yeah.
He's all these different things to all these different people. I can't remember. Growing up, Santa gave me all the presents. Mum and Dad got none of the glory. Was that the same for you growing up?
No, presents were from Mum and Dad.
What did Santa do?
I don't really know. Came and ate cookies, terrorised us. I was terrified of him.
Santa broke and entered into your home.
Yeah.
Ate all of your food.
Yeah.
And left with nothing?
Can I say something on here? Can we assume that kids aren't listening to this podcast? Okay.
Well, I've just said that Santa is real and he does a lot of different things. What are you going to say?
I was just going to say I was so scared of the idea of a man, Santa, coming into our house that Mum and Dad had to sit me down and talk to me about the reality of Santa.
How old were you when that happened?
So I was grade 1.
Oh, I'm so sorry for
So,
you.
yeah. So I grew up without a reality of Santa. I'm choosing my words carefully in case kids are listening because Mum and Dad,
The rest of us are
I
just-
couldn't sleep on Christmas Eve because I was scared of this man. And so Mum and Dad had to tell me, and they also told me, you now have a different reality, so please don't tell that to other children. And I never mention it to a single child through my childhood.
Knowing you as I do and loving you as I do as your husband does track that you would break down the mythic lore
Yep.
and backstory of Santa and decide it's a terrible thing.
It was the clompy boots. It was a man I didn't know in the house.
What about the free presents?
Didn't matter. Didn't care. So Mum and Dad so grade 1, they went, this is the reality. And then I went, uh-huh. They said, don't tell anyone. And I went, uh-huh.
So, but what then
Have I
about...
never told you this?
No,
Yeah.
but it does make a little bit of sense knowing you as I know you.
Yeah.
But what about
I was
the
an anxious
concept...
child.
What about the concept of a fairy that steals human teeth for money, or a rabbit that has no business dealing with eggs but just follows you around with a basket of eggs and hides them around your backyard? That was fine?
Fine. So I was fine with fairies and was very, very, very obsessed with the tooth fairy. She used to leave me notes.
I would say the scariest of all stories is the tooth fairy.
Yeah, no, I was fine with her because she's little. And I was also fine with the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
And had a very strong belief in the Easter Bunny, even though I'd had a chat about other things. I know none of it makes any sense.
I'm learning so much, and it's too much for me to even process in this podcast.
I can't believe I've never told you this.
Maybe we will talk about this on the show at some point moving forward.
It's hard because I understand kids listen to the show more so than this podcast, and so I'm just trying to be so careful.
What I will
because
say
there's
is-
many different realities in which we're all living in.
What I will say is, isn't it nice that you've come full circle and are now able to stay in the same room with Santa and have your photo taken?
I know. Isn't that amazing? See?
A happy ending at the end of it all.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
I wanted to talk about Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing
now, I'm
with the Stars.
not familiar really.
Dance.
Lucy was on the Australian version, I
For
believe.
many years. I sang backing vocals every now and then for many years on that show, back in the day when it was Daryl Summers.
It's a very popular television show, and there's a UK version and an American version. And in the American version, Robert Irwin, son of the late, great Steve Irwin, is dancing up a storm on Dancing with the Stars. I have noticed a lot of the ladies love a bit of Rob Irwin. Or is it Robert? I haven't really...
We're going with Robert.
Robert Irwin.
And he is the most amazing dancer.
A lot of the ladies... well, this is the thing.
He's amazing. His dancing is like he's been a professional dancer his whole life.
Here's the thing.
He will win the whole show. He's glorious.
As I said, a lot of the ladies do get excited about Robert. Here's the thing. He was conducting a hard-hitting interview with one of our most hardened journalists that we have on offer here in Australia, Richard Wilkinson from Channel 9.
Okay, Wilco.
And Richard said to him, how did you become so good at dancing?
Yeah, right.
To which Robert said, I don't know. I'm just great at dancing. I had no idea. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but essentially he was as surprised as everybody else that he's such an amazing dancer.
That is crazy. How can he be so good at something and not know? Like, he's beyond good. Like, he looks like he's the professional in the group.
He is on record as saying he just assumed he wasn't a good dancer, so never really tried.
Right.
And then Dancing with the Stars comes along, and all of a sudden, he's just a really good dancer without even knowing it.
It's crazy.
He's just good without even trying.
Crazy.
So I thought this morning to throw together a little bit of a Lucy list.
The Lucy list.
What did you find out you were good at without even trying? Now, I don't believe it's happened to me in my lifetime, where I've discovered I'm good at something without even trying. Even radio. Now... and I'll say it, there might be some of you out there going, well, you're not that good at radio, Kel.
Oh, that's
But
mean.
what I'm
You're
saying
great
is...
at radio.
What I'm saying is I've made it a career, but if you'd heard me at the very beginning, we actually have a tape here in the office of one of my first...
We have his demo tape, but it's
Yeah.
on cassette, and I don't know how to get it off cassette onto radio, so you can all laugh at his very first attempt at radio when he was 16.
Well, if you heard me on that cassette tape,
We're
you
gonna
would
get it.
laugh because I wasn't very good. I had to learn to be semi-decent at broadcasting.
I will say, I started in TV before I worked at The Light. I worked at Channel 9 on a late-night game show, and then I was brought into The Light, and I think I was good at radio from the get-go.
You think you were good at radio without even trying?
Yep.
And this is the energy. Don't start judging the energy. I want this Robert Irwin energy.
Yeah.
Robert wasn't being, what would we say? He wasn't big-noting himself. He was just like, Richard, I don't know what's going on, mate.
I'm just good.
I'm just great at dancing, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
He was very humble about it in a Robert Irwin way. As humble as Robert can be with his shirt off in an interview. I don't know, mate. I'm just good at dancing and stuff. I was going to ask you, because I've never really asked you this very specific question.
Yeah.
Were you good at singing without even trying?
Yeah.
Because you're a phenomenal singer. Did you
I
just
was-
one day go, oh, hang on a second.
Yeah.
I rock at singing.
No, I was just little, and I started singing, and I got the lead in the primary school musical, and I was in grade 1, and I got the lead role.
And you went, that was easy.
And I was like, oh, great. And I expected lead roles from every day since. And I've just always been a good singer. And then
Right.
I just
See?
auditioned for things, and I got into things. And
It can happen.
yeah, it was just
You
part
can just
of me.
be good at stuff without even trying. Now, for some of the more jealous types, that could be an annoying trait. But I want to celebrate that today in light of Robert Irwin not realising he was a phenomenal dancer. Now, I'm not a phenomenal dancer, but I'm going with the experts who all say he's a phenomenal dancer.
Yeah, he's a good dancer.
He didn't know he was. It just happened. One of the greats, Steve, talking about the fact he was a good truck driver
Yeah.
without even trying.
Yep.
I feel like you have to try to be a truck driver.
Yeah, he says he is the best at driving. He's been doing it professionally as in a truck since 2004, and he reckons he's clocked over 2.5 million kilometres, which is basically to the moon and back nearly 5 times.
It's a lot of truck driving. As far as I'm aware, truck driving isn't just put your foot down and drive. There's lots of gears. There's lots of braking.
You've got to be safe, keep people on the road safe.
And Steve was just good at it. Some of us are just born good at stuff. Fiona, interesting as well. What's Fiona saying about Robert's face?
Fiona is not talking about what she's good at, but she just wants to weigh in on Robert's face. She goes, when he's dancing, he's got dance face. She goes, but I love as soon as any dance is finished, you see his natural smile and he drops the dance character immediately.
Right.
She says he's a delight to watch. Yes, he is. He is a delight to watch.
All right, ladies. Which is interesting. So you're saying, yes, so something overcomes him as he dances.
Yeah, of course.
Professional
dance
character.
Well, yeah, we've all got dance face. If you're a professional performer, you've got your performer face.
And then dare I say it, and this is in no way offensive, but once the dance finishes, does the Paso Doble,
Yeah.
once the dance finishes,
Yeah.
little bit dorky Robert Irwin.
For sure. Do you want to see my performance face? No one else can see it, but you can see. Ready?
Okay. Oh, wow. I'd say, I go so far as to say smoky eyes.
Thank you.
Is it smoky eyes?
Oh, sultry eyes.
Sultry,
Yeah.
right. And you seem to be, your eyes are darting all over.
No,
Looking for,
that wasn't
looking
it.
for things. Are you looking for other dances?
Hey, Fiona in Pentry Gully says, I picked up pottery on a whim with a friend and it turns out I'm really good at it and now I've got mugs all over the house.
What a great feeling. If you just started pottery and you're
Yeah.
like, this is easy.
Yeah. Leo in Ringwood is texting in saying, I joined a trivia night and I discovered I'm basically a walking encyclopedia of random knowledge. I have done that too, Leo, and
Super smart.
I just know a lot of stuff. I'm glad you do too, because you can win it for your team and then you feel like the hero.
One of the great entertainers, Stephen Colbert, says that continuously, that people confuse him with being smart. He says, I'm not smart, I just can remember a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a difference, he
There is
thinks.
a difference.
There's a difference.
Yes.
He's just really good, straight out the gate, at retaining information.
Sandy in Werribee has texted in, I started making sourdough during lockdown and every loaf came out perfect.
I wish I had that talent. That'd be nice.
Do you have a starter, Sandy?
Ooh, let's
One
not
of those
talk about
gross jars full of alien life
that. Called
forms?
the mother loaf. Thank you very much.
There you go.
If you don't want sourdough ruined for you, then don't Google it.
The Lucy and Kel podcast. You're going to love this next bit. Oh, spoiler alert.
And if you know officially the way the things work on the internet, I don't believe that Mr. Bublé has come out of his cave yet.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Michael Bublé comes out of his Christmas cave sometime between now and Christmas to let us know. But I do believe across the weekend, the internet has confirmed that Mariah Carey has thawed out of her block of ice. So officially, I think we're into the Christmas spirit, everybody. Why have they not made a movie about Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé joining forces as the arbingers of Christmas to save Christmas in a Hollywood movie? How has that not happened?
You know they will.
You can just picture it at the very end where it looks like all is lost. Mariah Carey and Michael Bublé turn up to save Christmas.
Right.
Anyway, we're talking Christmas this morning because something very special is happening for Lucy across this weekend. A tradition of sorts, Lucy.
Yes, the tradition of
Something you look
sorts.
forward to each and every year.
Every single year for the last 11 years.
Can I say that the tradition, it's quite an effort for a lot of... We're going to talk about this, but the effort to make this thing we're about to talk about a tradition takes a lot of time, takes a lot of organisation, sometimes takes a lot of convincing.
Yeah.
What's going on this weekend?
This weekend, I'm taking my daughter to have her yearly Santa photo.
Now, 11 years in.
11 years in.
It's been pretty easy run for the last 11 years.
Always wanting to do it.
Does she know it's happening this weekend?
Nope.
Okay. And now that we know she's in the tweeny sort of period of her life, do you think there will be some negotiations? Or do you think she'll be all for it?
I think she's all for it because we have cultivated a family life, even as a blended family.
Indeed.
Where we have beautiful family rituals where we do the same thing and we do it because it's how we do it. And they're always fun things. So, you know, like my daughter and I, ever since she was born, we do matching pajamas. It's a thing we always do. The kids all open a present on Christmas Eve. It's a thing we always do.
But I do have great respect, especially for the mums. I feel like this is more of a mum thing where the mums are trying each and every year as the kids get older to get them having a photo with Santa.
Yeah.
As we move through the teenage years, maybe into our early 20s, it would get harder and harder to organise and to negotiate terms and conditions.
But see, I look at my best friend, Schmigan Schmappleton, and she has kids who are now all grown up. Her youngest just finished grade 12. But I've obviously been best friends with her for a long time. And going into her house over the years, every single year there's a photo of her kids. And I loved it. But before I even had my daughter, I loved that she did this. Now, all her kids, like I said, one sons are finishing grade 12. The rest are in their 20s, married, kids, all that kind of thing. Every year for her, still, they get together, they go to Eastland and they have a photo for their mum. And now they're in their 20s with their own lives.
So somehow she has negotiated, you can miss anniversaries, you can miss birthdays, but you will not miss
the Santa photo.
No matter how old you become, the photo with Santa.
Her 3 children who are now adults, they find a date and they now bring in their partners and they have the photo. She prints it out. It goes on the wall. And I have loved that for her. So I have taken that tradition and run with it.
Some mums have a fiery passion inside themselves that burns for a photo with Santa Claus, with the whole family. Is it all the same people in the same positions, sometimes wearing the same clothes?
Not her family, but in my life, because Shiloh and I were together, it was just me and Shai for quite a while, just being a single mum and a daughter, so she would be in it. And then it was Shiloh holding our dogs.
The dogs, I forgot the dogs were involved.
I know, but the dogs...
That's a whole other thing.
It's so stressful taking the dogs to the shoot.
The dogs do not enjoy it.
Last year we took the dogs to the shoot and it just...
The brown one hates it.
And I dress them as elves, and I think that's why the dogs hate it, because they're sitting there dressed as elves, and it's just so stressful. So I'm thinking this year of not taking the dogs.
I completely forgot the dogs got involved.
Yeah, I'm thinking of not doing the dogs this
I think it's
year.
a wonderful tradition that you've kept up with your daughter. I think it's something very special for you and your daughter.
The thing is, every year she has, as a little girl, dressed Christmassy every year, and she has chosen the outfit, and she's done antlers and headbands.
How do you think it's going to go today?
I just don't know, because she kind of loves that kind of emo-y vibe.
She's got a bit dark.
She's got a bit dark, so I wonder if we'll be in black lace and black eyeshadow. I'm not sure.
You can have a different theme for Christmas each and every year, and maybe she'll bring a different feel to this Christmas. Who knows? But I think this is what I'm saying. As the kids go through puberty and they go through their teenage years and then they become young adults, it's quite the task for mums and dads to get them having a photo next to Santa Claus.
But I will say this, we've had the same Santa since she was born.
Oh,
I mean, sorry, obviously kids, there is one Santa.
Kids, obviously.
You know what I'm saying? But of the same...
Well done.
Same guy. And obviously he's Santa, but he is amazing.
Sounds like he makes most of his income about this time of the year.
And every year he sells out. And so you've got to get in. That's why we're going in November to meet him.
So is this the time of year where this is all happening? This is obviously...
It started.
It's game
it starts
time.
This weekend.
All right. We should ask the question.
And they sell this Santa. Sounds so wrong. Kids, don't worry. There's a real Santa.
In high demand.
He sells out because he really, truly looks like Santa, obviously because he is Santa. Lots of people texting in. Justin says we've been doing Santa photos since 2015. We have 12 photos and frames, and we'll complete it once we add this year and next year. We mostly use Bunnings and the free Santa at Harvey Norman.
There are a lot of options when it comes to Santa.
Yeah.
All Santa's help us, kids.
Tanya goes, my girls still do Christmas photos with Santa without complaints. They're 21 and 24, and now their partners go. I love it. They love doing it for me and their dad. Last year they had Santa lying down across their knees.
The in-laws are getting involved. I
love
like
that. This is so great. Also, Nina just wants us to know, not a Santa photo, but her family does a nativity play since she was a baby.
Excellent.
And she's now 40.
40 years?
So 40 years of nativity plays. Well, let's go to the phones. We've got lots of calls. Catherine and Sky, good morning.
Good morning, lovelies. How you doing?
Very good, Catherine. Now, a tradition, taking a photo with Santa. How many years, if you can, do the math, how many years have you had a photo with Santa for?
We're at 28.
Well, that needs a round of applause.
That is impressive.
Now, how many people are involved, Catherine? Obviously yourself and the kids.
My 28-year-old now lives in Queensland, and if she's in Victoria, we get a photo with her with the other two. Otherwise, I have asked her, she's been married for 2 years, to start having them done with her husband, which she did do last year.
Right.
And I will be encouraging that again this year.
Starting her own tradition. Catherine, let's be honest, Lucy's on the verge of tweens into teenager years. Was it a tough couple of years during the teen years to try and convince the kids?
I think it would have been if it was just for me, but it was actually my mum's tradition that started this, and so they continued it in her memory.
Lovely, in honour of the matriarch.
Lovely.
All lovely little traditions tied into the big tradition. Well done, Catherine. Amanda in Briar Hill, Lucy joins us. Good morning, Amanda.
Hey, Lucy and Cal. We did 14. We had 2 years overseas, so that broke it, and this will be a second one after that, but we did 14 years, and it's been from... my husband and myself, the dog, husband and myself, and 2 babies. And now these last 2 have been a little different. We don't have our doggy, and we also don't have our daddy. So I put a stuffed toy sort of subtly in the picture, and we put a mascot of my husband's sports team in.
Aww.
So
Amanda, Amanda, that is so sweet. And don't downplay. That's almost a decade and a half of the tradition going year after year. You've done a great job.
And same Santa.
Well done, same
that's
Santa.
amazing. That's important.
That's what Lucy.
You know what I'm saying?
Lucy does take a lot of pride in the same Santa scenario. So
Yeah.
well done, Amanda. If you've clocked the same Santa for 14 years.
Very good.
Sonia joining us in Ferntree Gully. Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning, Lucy and Kel. We've been doing Santa photos. This will be year number 5.
5 years in, Sonia. How long do you hope to go for with this tradition if you're 5 years in?
Till they stop, maybe even longer.
Maybe carry on the tradition.
I'm going to
even-
make my daughter do it forever until I die.
that Christmassy feeling of I'm going to make my daughter do it forever. That's the spirit.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
I was in a shop the other day doing a little bit of cheeky outlet shopping.
You're in a shop shopping?
Shock horror. And I came across a beautiful pink top. And I picked it out and I thought, that's a great pink top. It's like a sports top.
You saw it. It called to you from afar.
Beautiful pink top. And I was like, love it, love it. It was on the
Love the
reduced
colour
rack.
pink.
Loved it. I thought, this is great. I love me this style of top. I pick it up, I pull it around, and on the back, it's like a soccer shirt. And
Right.
it says Messi. Now, I know it doesn't mean I'm Messi. It means there's a soccer player called Messi who's very famous.
A football player.
Yeah. And I thought, well, I love this pink top, but I am not a Messi fan. So I can't really wear a Messi top no matter how much I love the pink top. And I was sad about that, so I put the top down and
You
I
think
walked
that's the
away.
rules, do you?
Well, it got me thinking, because I think, and I'm pretty sure, you can only wear tops of, say, soccer players,
A sporting top.
sporting teams, bands, if you support it.
Right, if you know something about it.
Because the worst thing is you don't want to be wearing this cool Van Halen top and someone go, hey, what's your favourite Van Halen track? And you go, I don't know.
Doesn't everybody have a Van Halen track that's their favourite? Or is that just me? Hey, guess what?
What?
I don't know if the rule applies to you, and I don't want to be sexist.
What do you mean?
Well, your rule of you must be into the thing that you're wearing.
Yeah,
So, beautiful pink top,
yeah,
but it has Messi on the back of it.
yeah.
And you've rightly come clean and said you know nothing about the
I know
man.
nothing about Messi.
Do you know his first name?
Lionel.
There you go. You know more than you think.
There you go, Lionel Messi. I'm right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So do you get to wear the top now?
No.
You know that he plays football.
Yes.
Do you know who he plays or has played for?
Real Madrid.
No.
Jose Carreras.
Think country. What country do you think he's representing?
Brazil.
Ooh. Argentina.
San Antonio.
No. It's not a country, I don't think. San Antonio, I think, is a
San
state.
Francisco.
I said Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah. Look, you know a little bit.
Why is he pink?
Why is it pink?
Yeah.
I think because they're actually manufacturing clothes that are associated with sports for girls these days.
So it's not his team colour.
I wouldn't think so. It may have been. I doubt it. On a special occasion, maybe. But they are not the official colours of Argentina.
Because that's cool.
Pink?
Yeah.
Good. Are you suggesting, is this come up because of what I'm wearing this morning?
Yes, but this is okay. See, you're wearing today, ladies and gentlemen, playing
It's
at
probably a
home.
bit sad what I'm wearing today
He's wearing
at this time of the
it's
year.
the most depressing of all shirts. He's wearing a Saints t-shirt. A Saints t-shirt I bought him.
Which I quite like. And
and he
I
doesn't
found
wear,
it.
you don't ever wear footy memorabilia or you never
Well,
wear
I
your
barrack
team.
for the Saints, so I try not to draw too much attention to myself.
Because as we've found, they are the most losing team in the history of the AFL.
Thanks for reminding everybody of that every time we talk about my
Like
beloved St
statistically.
Kilda.
I'm
But
sorry.
we've got a chance. I reckon next year's the year, guys.
Anyway, you're wearing a Saints top, but you're allowed to because you're a Saints fan.
And I love the Saints, and I can tell you about the Saints. And I've been to grand finals where the Saints have lost
Yeah.
or drawn. Oh, my goodness.
See, again,
they've drawn grand
stop talking
final.
about that. It's boring.
So
So
close.
listen back to me.
Yes.
I was at the outlet, and not only was there a Messi top, there was another real cool top, and I pulled that out, and it was black and gold, which is, if you know me, it's very me.
Yep.
But it was a Mexican football shirt, I
Right.
believe. And I thought, well, I don't go for Mexican football.
I think it's okay. Or maybe it's not okay.
It's not okay.
I think it's
I
more-
don't think it's okay. If I'm getting around,
I think it
in
depends.
let's just say
'Cause-
who's here this weekend. Metallica's playing in Melbourne, I believe.
Yeah, see-
I don't know anything about Metallica. If I'm wearing a Metallica top, you can't do that unless you're a fan. Only fans can wear fan tops.
Well, I have worn a Metallica top in my time, and I'm not going to see them this weekend. But I think when it comes to bands, like you see kids walking around with Led Zeppelin T-shirts on, they've got no idea who
Yeah,
Led
and
Zeppelin
I think that's
was.
terrible.
Do you?
Yeah, inherently.
I don't know if it's exactly a rule.
What, your daughter took one of my Blondie tops,
Well, she does actually listen to Blondie.
but I think she listens to Blondie, so I'm going to say
So
that's
you allow it?
That's approved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we should ask. Let's do a survey says this morning, because I feel like
Survey says.
you love the colour pink, and you knew Messi's first name was Lionel.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's enough to get you across the line.
Okay.
But you're suggesting that unless you know information about the team or the band, you cannot wear that T-shirt unless you're aligned that way.
I think you need to know 5 good hard facts.
5 facts about what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that can either be, if it's a band, you need to know all the members of the band
Right.
or their hit songs.
Or have a connection to it in some way.
And if it's a footy team, you need to know the captain and you need to know a few facts about the team.
Okay. Someone has texted through saying there might be a connection to it being pink.
Yes, because you said, this is what he said, guys. It's so sexist.
Also associated with
No, I
the-
did not. I didn't.
right.
You said it and it was sexist, and I'm glad someone's called him out for his internalised sexism. He said, I think they're making pink tops for girls. Oh, and Zeljika said, Messi plays for Inter Miami and the club colours are pink. Kel?
So now there's 3 things you know.
He plays Inter Miami.
And the colour is pink.
Yeah.
I think you've officially, I think you've made...
I think you need to know 5 things.
I think you've actually gotten across the line. You could probably go back and purchase that T-shirt now, and anyone that fires off a question, you could probably answer.
I think I've got to know 2 other things.
All right.
Didn't he just get engaged?
No idea.
And isn't he good looking?
Objectively, maybe.
I think I know enough.
Financially, he's good looking.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you wear a sporting T-shirt or a musical T-shirt without knowing anything about said band or sporting team?
Kathy on the text says she reckons she sees teenagers wearing Ramones T-shirts all the time because they're cool. She goes, but I doubt any of them know one song. And she laughs and she jokes to her kids and they want to say to people, list us 5 songs, but they don't.
You do see a lot of the sort of punk bands of the 80s getting a lot of T-shirt wear from the kids, and they probably don't know who they're wearing, but it looks cool, so that's why they wear it.
Juliet says, I feel like people wear clothes of bands and teams. They like not just fashion. She goes, but I feel like you really need to love someone to wear it loud and proud.
I think if you're wearing it, it just... Doesn't it end up becoming what you love? Like you find out more about it?
I wear T-shirts of things I love. So whenever I see a musical, I buy the shirt. So I got a Jesus Christ Superstar T-shirt. I got a Hamilton shirt.
Could I wear a Hamilton T-shirt?
No, you don't love it.
Well, you've answered your own question.
I believe I'm right. You can only wear what you truly love. And if someone comes up to you, so imagine if someone came up to you and you're wearing my Hamilton shirt and they said, what's your favourite song in Hamilton?
It's the one about Hamilton.
You're such a numpty.
Aren't they all about Hamilton?
Let's go to the phones. Thomas in Wanturna. Hello, Thomas.
Good morning, Lucy and Cal. How are we?
Very good.
Very good. Where do you stand on this survey? Do you think you have to love a band or a team to be able to wear the shirt?
No, I don't think you do. It's just a nice tee. If you like the T-shirt and you think it looks good on you, why not buy it? You're thinking that strangers are really going to come up to you off the side of the street and go, hey, tell me 5 things about this band that you're wearing or Messi or whatever. It doesn't happen, Lucy. It's not real life.
I think it does happen, Thomas. No. I think it does, especially, and I tell you what, I think if women wear band shirts, men come up and go, oh, tell me about it. I've seen it happen, right. Thomas.
No, Thomas, I agree. I don't
okay,
think people,
Thomas. No, Thomas.
You're not a current affairing people on the street going, name 5 things about this band
Thomas,
or take the T-shirt off.
Calm down, Thomas. What I want to say is, Thomas, who do you support as a football team?
Hawthorn.
The Mighty Hawks.
So, do you think it's okay for you to wear, say, a Collingwood T-shirt, Thomas?
I wouldn't be caught dead wearing a Collingwood.
No, that's a good point, Thomas.
The Lucy and Kel podcast.
And dare I say, at the end of another successful podcast, wrapping up the Friday edition. And Lucy, can I also say, congratulations, you made it. You got through about a week's worth of podcasting, stuck with me.
Looks like we made it.
Stuck with boring old me, who you see all the time.
Bad. It wasn't so bad at all.
What am I going to talk to this guy about? Next week, Monday podcast, the triumphant return of producer Casey. No one will be more happier than Lucy.
Do you think it's weird that we are married and we're radio co-hosts and we do a podcast and we talk to each other 24/7 and we have never once gotten sick of each other or things to talk about? I think that's wild.
I don't think it's weird.
No, it's pretty good, don't you think?
I think maybe unusual for some, but I love you, and that's why I asked for your hand in marriage. I thought you agreed with me that we love each other.
We do.
Oh, good. No, I'm happy to hang out with you all the time.
I know. I just think it's amazing.
Do you get bored of me sometimes?
No,
possibly?
I don't.
Read into that. Extended. No. Of course not. And on that bombshell, have yourself a great whatever time of the day or week it is for you. And until we meet again, everybody.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Well, that's all for now. But you can download more podcasts anytime or catch Lucy and Kel live weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on 89.9 The Light.
This is the end bit. This is the end bit.
Woo!
This is the end bit
Yeah.
of the show.
And bit.